Hello, myself Pankaj Khandelwal from Department of Electrical Engineering in IIT Alwar. Today we will discuss a topic in digital electronics which is SR flip-flop in Unit 4 sequential circuit and system. As we already studied about the combinational circuit. So we will read or we will discuss about sequential circuit. Now the contents are different between combinational and sequential circuit means the combinational circuit are the circuit whose output depends only on the present state of the input, but the sequential circuit are the circuit whose output depends on the present state of the input but on the previous state of the output. What is latch? What is flip-flop? Flip-flop triggering methods, clock pulse transition, high level triggering, low level triggering, positive edge triggering, negative edge triggering, type of latch, SR flip-flop, how we make a truth table by using the latch circuitry, how we make a characteristic table by using the truth table, and by using the truth table how we can design a characteristic table, and after that by using characteristic table how we design a characteristic equation, and after that by using the characteristic table how we can draw a excitation table, and after that by the help of excitation table how we will make a state diagram. First of all, the difference between combinational and sequential circuit. Combinational circuits are defined as the time independent circuits which do not depend upon previous input to generate any output are termed as combinational circuit. In this, output depends only upon present input, speed is fast, it is designed easy, there is no feedback between input and output, this is time independent, elementary building blocks are logic gates. Combinational circuit used for arithmetic as well as Boolean operations. Combinational circuits don't have capability to store any state as combinational circuit as combinational circuit don't have clock, they don't require triggering. These circuits do not have any memory element, it is easy to use and handle. For example, adder, subtractor, multiplexer, demultiplexer, comparator, etc. etc. Now the sequential circuits are those which are dependent on clock cycles and depends on present as well as past inputs to generate output. In this, output depends upon present as well as the past input. Speed is slow, it is designed through the tough edge compared to combination circuits. There exists a feedback path between input and output. This is time dependent. Elementary building blocks are flip-flops. Mainly used for storing data, sequential circuits have capability to store any state or to retain earlier state. For example, the flip-flops and the counters. What is latch? A flip-flop without any clock pulse is called latch. A latch is a circuit element that alters the output based on the current input, previous input and previous output. It is very simpler in its construction as we need to send the inputs to it and would get the outputs on the other side. Any sequential circuit can be generalized as a combinational circuit with feedback also. Latches and flip-flops are sequential circuits that have the memory properties, means they can store one bit of data. The memory property in latches and flip-flop due to the cross-coupled connection of NAND and NOR gates, and also due to the fact that when enable or clock signal is not applied, then latch and flip-flop hold the previous output. In digital circuits, the flip-flop is a kind of bistable multivibrator. It is sequential circuit, an electronic circuit which has two stable states and thereby is capable of serving as one bit of memory, bit 1 or bit 0. This article flip-flop triggering methods. This article explains the basic pulse triggering methods like high level triggering, low level triggering, positive edge triggering and negative edge triggering. The movement of a trigger pulse is a always from 0 to 1, means we are telling about clock pulse transition. The movement of a trigger pulse is always from a 0 to 1 and then 1 to 0 of a signal. Thus it takes two transitions in a signal. When it moves from 0 to 1, it is called positive transition, and when it moves from 1 to 0, it is called a negative transition. To understand more, take a look at the image below. Means the signal goes from 0 to 1 and this is called positive pulse, and 1 to 0 this is called negative pulse. Clock pulse transition continued. The clocked flip-flop already introduced are triggered during the 0 to 1 transition of the pulse, and the state transition starts as soon as the pulse reaches the high level. If the other inputs change while the clock is still 1, a new output state may occur. If the flip-flop is made to, then the multiple transition problem can be eliminated. High level triggering. When a flip-flop is required to respond at its high state, a high level triggering method is used. It is mainly identified from the state lead from the clock input. Take a look at the symbolic representation shown below. Means when the clock pulse goes from 0 to 1, this is high level triggering. Low level triggering. When a flip-flop is required to respond at its low state, a low level triggering method is used. It is mainly identified from the clock input lead along with a low state include indicator bubbles. Take a look at the symbolic representation shown below. Means when this clock goes from 1 to 0, this is called, then the state of flip-flop change, this is called low level triggering. There is sign of NOT gate is presented there, means this is for low level triggering. Positive edge triggering. When a flip-flop is required to respond at a low to high transition state, positive edge triggering method is used. It is mainly identified from the clock input lead along with a triangle. Take a look at the symbolic representation shown below. When a flip-flop is required to respond at a low to high transition state, positive edge triggering method is used. It is mainly identified from the clock input lead along with a triangle. Take a look at the symbolic representation shown below. Means when this edge when goes, the signal is goes from 0 to 1, this is called the positive edge triggering. Negative edge triggering, when a flip flop is required to respond during the high to low transition state, means this is high state and this is low state. When this goes, the signal goes from high to low, a negative edge triggering method is used. It is mainly identified from the clock input lead along with a low state indicator and a triangle, means this is a low state indicator not gate sign and this is a triangle. Take a look at the symbolic representation shown below. Types of latch, there are 4 types of latch: SR latch, set reset, D latch, delay latch, JK Johnson and key latch, and T toggle latch. Now we are discussing here the SR flip flop or latch using NAND gate, means the flip flop without using any clock signal is called latch. This is the block diagram of a SR latch. There are 2 inputs S and R, one is set, second is reset, and there are 2 outputs, one is Q and second is Q bar. Both are complement of each other. And this is the gate circuit representation of this. There are 2 NAND gates. The flip flops or latch can be designed by using NAND and NOR gates. There are 2 NAND gates. They are cross coupled connection, means the gate, there are 2 gates, gate 1 and gate 2, NAND gates. The input of gate first is goes as a feedback to output of gate second, and the input of gate second is a feedback from output of gate first Q. And this is the truth table of the SR flip flop or SR latch, means when the case first, when S equals to 0 and R equals to 0. In this case, when both S and R are 0, the important property of NAND gate is that the output of NAND gate is high when only both inputs are low or one input is low, means in this case the output, both the outputs Q and Q bar are equal to 1, means here the outputs are equal to 1, but this is invalid state, means the Q and Q bar are complement of each other but they can't equal to each other. So this state is called invalid state. Case second, when S equals to 0 and R equals to 1. When S equals to 0 and R equals to 1, then we can get the output from gate 1 earlier, because the one input is 0. So the output of gate 1 is 1, means Q is equal to 1. So there the Q is equal to 1, and after that this 1 is goes through feedback in the input of gate second, and the gate second has 2 inputs, 1 into 1. So then this output is 1 into 1 ka bar equal to 0, so that this Q bar will equal to 0, means when Q is equal to 1, Q bar equal to 0, this state is called set state. After that, when S equal to 1 and R equal to 0, when S equal to 1 and R equal to 0, then we came on this state, means in this case the we can get the output of gate second earlier, because the gate second has one input 0, means the output of gate second is equal to 1, means Q bar is equal to 1, so that this Q bar is equal to 1. After that, this 1 goes through feedback in second input to gate 1, means the gate first has its output is equal to 1 into 1 ka bar is equal to 1 ka bar is equal to 0, means this Q output is equal to 0. when q is equal to 0 and q bar equals to 1, this state is called the reset state. After that, when both are equal to 1 1, when both are equal to 1 1, in this case we directly can't tell the output of any gate, because both are 1 1, so that the this q bar goes through this feedback, and this q bar goes from input of gate first, and the output of gate first is equal to 1 into q bar ka bar is equal to q, and this q goes into the feedback of gate second, and the output is 1 into q bar ka bar equal to q bar. So this state is called no change state. After that, we will study about SR flip flop using NOR gates or SR latch. Means there are two NOR gates which have cross coupled connections. The NOR gate has the important property that the output is high only and only when both the inputs are low. Means when 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 0 का bar equal to 1. In this case, when s equal to 0 and r equal to 0, then we can solve this type of flip flop as previously we have solved using NAND gate, but we are using NOR gates. After that, we have to draw a characteristic table by using the truth table of NOR gate. Means characteristic table is the table in which we have already know. We assume that we have already know the present state, the inputs set and reset. Means three inputs are already known, and the next state we have to know the next state. Means there are three inputs, so we can write from 0 to 7. Means 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. We can write from 1 to 2 raised to power 3 minus 1, means 1 to 7. So that we will write from 0 to 7 states. In this case, when both s and r equal to 0, then when both s and r equal to 0, then the next state will be equal to the present state, so that this next state will be equal to 0. After that, when set is 1 and reset is 0, this is called set state. Then the output or next state will become 1 or set. When set goes to 0 and reset is equal to 1, this is reset state, and then the output, the next state will go to 0. After that, we can solve, so that we can solve this table easily. After that, by using this table, we can find the characteristic equation. Means in next state block, we have to identify the min term and max term. Here we know that if we start to find, we can say that this is max term m0, max term m1, min term m2, it is don't care, min term m4, max term m5, min term m6, and this is again don't care. Means we put in K-map, here is Qn, here is SR. We put all these situation, all these cases in all these min terms and don't cares in the K-map, in the 3 variable K-maps, and after that we find a equation. By solving this K-map, we find a equation Qn plus 1 equal to R plus S plus R dash Qn. After that, we can find we can make an excitation table by using this characteristic table. The excitation table is a table in which we 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 are known the present state and the next state already, and we have to put the inputs that fulfill the conditions. Means means uh, when present state and the next state are 0, these are two inputs, so we can write from 0 to 3. When present and next states are 0, then if we goes on the slide of characteristic table, then we can compare the row first and the row second, where the present state and next state are 0. In this case, if we compare the value of set and reset, we find that the set is 1, the set value is 0 in both the case, so that we can put 0 here. But if we compare the reset, this is 0 in one condition and 1 in another condition, so this is don't care condition, so we put there D. So because the reset have two values, 0 or 1. After that, when present state is 0, next state is 1. If we go on the slide, the present state is 0, the next state is 1, then we can compare the row third and row, we can show only the row third, because the row third only contains present state 0 and the next state 1. In this case, the set is 1 and the reset is 0, so we can put the value of set is 1 and the reset is 0. After that, when we come on the case present state is 1, next state is 0, then if we move on characteristic table, present is 1 and next is 0, then we can compare the rows number 3 and the row number, then we can compare only the row number, we can see only the row number 3, means the set is 1 and the reset is 0. So we can write here set is 1, reset is 0, and if we see the present state is 1, the next is 0, then present 1 and next is 0, this state is only row number 6. In this row, the set is 0 and the reset is 1. In this row, the set is 0 and the reset is 1, so we can put set 0 and reset 1. After that, then if we see the next row, the present state is 1, next state is 1. If we go on the characteristic table, then we can compare the row number 5 and 7. We can compare the row number 5 and 7, and if we compare the value of set and reset, the set value of set is in case 1 is 0 and case second is 1, so we can write the value of set is D and the value of the reset is 0 in both the case, so we can write the value of reset is 0. After that, we can design the state diagram of SR flip-flop or latch. State diagram is a graphical representation in which the states are represented by a circle, and the transition between the states is indicated by direct lines connecting the circles. The state diagram of SR flip-flop is shown in figure. Means if we show that this is 0, this is one state, both states are shown by circles. If we go on excitation table, because the state diagram can be designed according to the excitation table, when we go from 0 to 0, when we present and next state at 0, then this can't be set, but this can be reset, because there the reset is either 0 or either 1, so this can be reset. We show reset here. When we go from 0 to 1, matlab next state is means no, next present state is 0 and next state is 1. In this case present is state is 0, next is 1. In this case this value is set, because s is equal to 1 and r equal to 0, so we put here set. If when we goes from 1 to 1 means in this case when we go from 1 to 1, this can't be reset, but this can't be set, so this condition is set. When we go from 1 to 0, 1 to 0 means this state can't be set, this state can be reset, so we can put here reset. After that we can study about clocked SR flip-flop. In this case we are using extra circuitry here. This is the clock circuitry, and this is the symbol of clocked, this is the block diagram of clocked SR flip-flop. This is the truth table of clocked SR flip-flop. We can also make the table as we previously make the table in case of SR latch. These are different cases as we calculated. By using this we can make the truth table. By using the truth table we can make this characteristic table also, and by defining the minterm and maxterm in this table we can find the characteristic equation, and excitation, we can make the excitation table from this table, and after that we can show the state diagram. Thank you very much.